A variable in programming is kind of like a container that can hold different things, like numbers, words, or other types of data. You can give the container a name, like x or my_variable, so that you can refer to it later in your program. For example, imagine you're playing a game and you need to keep track of your score. You could create a variable called score and set it to 0 at the beginning of the game. Then, as you play the game and earn points, you can add those points to the score variable. In programming, you can also change the value of a variable at any time, so it's like you can empty the container and put something else inside. Variables are very useful because they allow you to store and manipulate data in your program. You can use them to keep track of information, perform calculations, and more. To work with variables, you need to declare one. When you declare a variable in programming, you're telling the computer to create a container with a specific name and data type. This container can hold different values, and you can refer to it later in your program by its name. For example, if you want to create a variable to store someone's age, you might declare a variable called age and assign it a value like 25. The reason why it's important to declare a variable is because it helps the computer understand what kind of data the variable is supposed to hold. If you don't declare a variable, the computer won't know what to do with it and your program may not work correctly. Declaring a variable also allows you to use the variable in different parts of your program. For example, if you declare a variable called name at the beginning of your program, you can use it later to print a personalized message to the user. When you declare a variable, you need to know the data type of that variable. In programming, data types are like different kinds of boxes that can hold different kinds of things. For example, imagine you have a box called number box that can hold only numbers, and a box called word box that can hold only words. Just like you wouldn't put a book in a shoebox, you can't put a word in the number box, and you can't put a number in the word box. This is because each box is designed to hold only one specific kind of thing, just like each data type is designed to hold only one specific kind of data. Different programming languages have different data types, but some common ones include integer data type, for whole numbers, floating point data type, for numbers with decimals, string data type, for text, and Boolean data type, for true or false values. By using the appropriate data type for the information you are working with, you can make sure that your program works correctly and efficiently. Just like you wouldn't put a book in a shoebox, you wouldn't want to put the wrong kind of data in the wrong data type box. One of the common ways of working with variables is to perform mathematical operations. To perform mathematical operations using variables, you first need to assign values to the variables. For example, let's say you have two variables, x and y, and you want to add them together. You can assign values to x and y using the assignment operator, =.